What is happening, my people? This is Tim Dodd with the Tim Dodd Show, and today I'm going to share with you my 3-step business plan that actually works. I've used this to build 4 highly profitable businesses. Now, if you use this business plan, not only will you create income for yourself, but you'll be able to attract investors and you'll really be able to scale this thing as big as you want. But you have to pay attention because this is a very non-traditional style of business plan. Now, I'm going to give you some numbers, and I don't want to be rude, I don't want to be harsh, but I got to give you the cold, hard reality. Out of every 10,000 businesses that start this year, in 5 years, only 3,000 will be alive. And out of those, only 150 will hit the $1 million a year mark. So out of 10,000, 9,850 are either gonna fail or not really make very much income. They're not gonna really build their dreams. So what is it that those 150 are doing right, and how can you do that as well? Well, in today's show, I'm gonna show you exactly how to do this in 3 steps. But before I do that, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Every time I drop a new video, which is very, very often, we do pick one of the first 5 people that comments, one of the first 5 subscribers that comments, and we give out free gifts, anything from free coaching to free courses to free resources. So make sure you're subscribed so when we drop that video, you're one of the first 5 to comment. I don't want you to miss out. You guys don't already know me, I'm Tim Dodd, and I own an agency called Pima. I've used this business plan to build 4 highly profitable businesses, anywhere from a local business that had a storefront and had vans, all the way to e-commerce, to selling online courses, to our current marketing agency. I've used this same plan for everyone. In fact, with our marketing agency, we got to 243 monthly marketing clients in 18 months. So if you want a plan that not only looks good to investors, but actually makes you money, make sure to pay attention very well to these 3 steps. So I'll give you a second to grab a pen and paper, bring up some kind of notebook to write this down. So just be prepared, because I really do want you to get the results from this. Okay, here is the 3 components of a good business plan. Number 1, you're gonna write down who your customer is and what problem they have that you are solving. Don't make this up, don't make it fluffy, don't make it frou-frou. You gotta make it real. What is the real problem you're solving, and who are you solving that for? Bullet point 1. Number 2, how is that customer actually solving this problem right now, and what are they paying for it? Underneath that number 2, it's gonna be, what are they paying for? It means, who's the competitor? What are they charging for it? How well are they solving this problem? And the number 3 part in this is, how are you solving this problem better than your competitors? Now you kind of have to choose between, hey, I'm solving it just as good for cheaper, or I'm solving it better. And I always suggest better. There's always gonna be somebody that's gonna solve this problem for cheaper. We wanna be the premium service. You wanna be the premium service that does it better than anybody, and you can justify charging a lot, because there's always room at the top, but that bottom, competing over price, very competitive, and there's always gonna be somebody that's gonna undercut you and do it for cheaper. So make sure, my suggestion is to compete on quality, not on price. You might be thinking at this point, well, Tim, what about mission statement, and what about marketing plan, and what about the financial plan, and should I do an LLC or a S Corp or sole prop, or what should I be doing on my financial modeling, and all of these questions that are important to be answered after you've built out these 3 steps. You see, investors are not interested in investing in businesses that are not making money. They cannot make money, do not have the potential to make a crazy amount of money. Now, your business should be serving you. Your business should be making you money. You should be able to be making enough money that you can hire employees, and they're doing the work with you and for you, and they're able to support their family and take their vacations because of the money you're building. Now, that is the biggest point that 9,850 of those 10,000, they don't get. They're not focused on making money. They're focused on getting the pretty website, and I've got my LLC now, and I've got business cards now. That stuff doesn't matter if you're not making money. So these 3 steps, they're the most critical parts of your business plan to actually start making money. Because guess what? Once you start getting paying customers, they're gonna tell you what they like and don't like about your product. You'll be able to make your product better so much faster when you have paying clients than if you're trying to write up the perfect plan. So just get to it, take action, and get those customers. Just remember, this is uncommon wisdom. It is uncommon to build a successful company. Out of 10,000 businesses that start, only 150 will actually build a successful business. That is very uncommon, and to create uncommon results, you must use uncommon thinking. Copy what successful businesses are doing. Don't follow what the teachers making $60,000 a year at the college are telling you. Here's exactly how you build a business plan. Follow people that are actually building businesses and making money. Okay, so how would I take this business plan and then go get customers? Well, here's the exact way that I would take this 3-step business plan and go out and get my first 10 customers. I would run either like a case study or a beta test type outreach. So I'm gonna figure out where my customers are hanging out, whether LinkedIn or they're doing Google searches or they're doing they're on Facebook. Where's my customer hanging out, number one? And then number two, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna say, hey, attention, I'm looking for 10 entrepreneurs to do a case study test on. I'm gonna give a deep discount to these 10 entrepreneurs, and I'm gonna help them build their first $1 million business. The only thing I'm asking of these entrepreneurs is that they give me a testimony once they hit that $1 million mark. So you have to format that to your business. So just think about that. If I were to come to you and say, hey, I'm looking for 10 entrepreneurs that I'm gonna help build to their first $1 million, I'm gonna give them a very, very deep discounted price on that. The only thing I ask in return is that at the end of it, once you do hit that $1 million a year, that you give me your testimony. So there's kind of two things happening there. One is that they realize they're getting a deeply discounted price. And then the other side is where I'm saying, and the only thing I ask is that you give me a testimony once you hit your first $1 million. That's now assuming that you're gonna get them results. So whatever your service is, make sure that you're putting it in that format and assuming that they're gonna get absolute incredible results from you. Now, of course, you have to deliver on that. You have to take these first 10 customers you're getting, over deliver like crazy. So now you have 10 testimonials, 10 case studies you can build your entire business on. So once you're there, what do? Well, you can either repeat the outreach where you got, hey, I'm looking for 10 entrepreneurs to do a case study on, and keep doing that if it's profitable for you, or you can take those 10 case studies and testimonials and go start getting paying full priced clients. After you've gone through this initial process, yes, you can refine your business plan, you can get the LLC, you can get the shiny website. I'm practicing what I preach. I got my first 200 some clients before I even got a website. I had a 1-page website, no business cards, and I built my first 200 clients. So that's because I'm focused on the customers, getting the customers. People think it's crazy. How could you not have business cards and a website? I'm busy building my business, man. I can get business cards later. I can get an account to do an LLC for. I can do all these things later. Right now, you need to get in touch with your clients and grow your business. But if you're curious on how to get your first 10 clients, just wait till the end, because I'm gonna give you a link that gives you a free training on how we got our first 243 clients, and it's gonna work extremely well for you. But before I do that, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help our channel rank well. Not that you're here to help us out, but if you got value from this, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I do engage with all the comments, and if you're subscribed, and you're one of the first people that comments when I drop a new video, which is very, very often, we are giving out like free courses, free coaching, free resources, free mentoring. So make sure you're one of the first 5 that comments when we drop a new video. And again, I do have that free training that's in the link below. So click the link below, that'll show you how we got our first 243 marketing clients in the first 18 months. See you soon.